Hi guys, it's me, Leanne. I'm coming to you today with a makeup look from this new Colourpop palette. The name of the palette has left me, but it'll be on here. Anyway, we're starting by moisturizing our face with the CeraVe and La Roche-Posay hyaluronic acid, and I can't remember what the CeraVe, the nighttime lotion. Then I'm going in with my Morphe brush and my Becca Hydro Mist powder to set my tinted moisturizer. And now I'm going to go in with the YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Coverage Concealer, tapping it in with my finger. Excuse me for talking all throughout this video, but my mom was actually sitting here with me and I was talking to her, and it was just one of those days I needed to talk to my mom while I was getting ready, so I did that while recording this video for you guys. So now I'm taking my RCMA powder and baking the concealer, and also taking this Morphe sponge. It was the Jeffree Star limited edition, and it looks nasty, but I promise it's just stained. And I am putting my translucent powder under here to catch any fallout and help get a crisp line. And there's the palette we're using, the One and Done palette, which is pretty new, by Colourpop. And we are taking this first shade and we are going to put that on as a transition shade. The shade is called Lasso, and it's a really pretty tan shade with shimmer in it. I'm just going to go back and forth here with my Scott Barnes brush. Then we're going to take the color You Bet, which is a really pretty golden shift light pink. We're just going to put that on the inner half of the eyelid, like so. And this color is really pretty, but you will see me wet it on the brush with some setting spray later. I'm going to take the shade High Horse, which is like a coppery bronzy gold color. Really, really pretty. Really, really pigmented too. I was kind of on the fence about this palette, but you guys know, just for the everyday, I love some Colourpop palettes. The next shade we're using, this brown, is called The West. I'm just taking that and putting it at an angle right here. Then after the majority of the product is off my brush, I'm going to sweep it up into the crease a little bit. Then we're going to take this Morphe brush right here, and we're going to take the shade Bingo, and we're going to just blend out around the edges with that shade Bingo. It's a warm brown. Just taking that right over the edges of the pink, the bronzy gold, and that darker brown shade. Next, I'm going to take my little inner corner brush from Morphe in the shade Cowgirl, which is a really pretty white with gold shift. I love pink eyeshadows, and this palette has a lot of nice pinky tone shades, so I think I'm going to do some more looks with this one. Now I'm just taking a smudgy brush and the color You Bet, and I'm going to put that right in the inner lower lash line. Now you do want to be careful when you're putting a pink towards the inner part of your eye. You want to make sure that you have a really light highlight on the inner corner so that that pink doesn't make you have a sicky look. Then we're taking the shade Bingo on the outer corner, and here's where you're going to see me spray this brush to get a little better payoff, and it really makes the world of difference. Hopefully you're able to tell the difference there. In person, it was massive difference. Alright, now we're taking our little fluff brush and getting all of the translucent powder out from underneath my eyes and blending it in. And we're going to move on to the face. Alright, so here we have the Hourglass Edit 3, I believe is what this is called. And I'm taking that middle and darkest shade to contour. And yes, I do know that this palette is made for someone with a lot darker skin tone than I. But I do makeup artistry for a living, so I do have clients with deeper skin tones, which this would be better suited for. I just think it's really pretty. There's a lot of products and shades in my collection that really are not made for me or my skin tone, but I love them so much that I just use them sometimes anyway. So this is one of these moments. I thought this palette was gorgeous, the shades were gorgeous, and I wanted to try my best to make them work for me because they were so pretty. They did end up being a bit darker than I would have liked, the contouring and the blush, which you'll see in a minute, but you know what? It's makeup and I wanted to have fun with it and be artistic. So yeah, some days it's not about what it makes you look like, it's about what it makes you feel like, and it made me feel good to use this palette in these shades, so I did. My mom's still making jokes. Alright, here's my Scott Barnes brush and this new Benefit blush in Moon. Here again, this shade is not necessarily for me, although I could make it work with a different eye look, but I personally did not at all like this blush with this eye look. If I could go back, I would have tamed my urge to try this blush out today and used a more neutral, tan, natural for me shade, but I just felt like I wanted to try that because it was new, so I did, and yeah, didn't really like it with this look. But anyway, this is the Jeffree Star highlighter in Crystal Kumquat. This came out with one of his collections last year, and I'm just taking that on a fan brush and putting it all over, and here you see me taking back with that blush brush and blending out over the highlight like I do sometimes. Here is a Jeffree Star Extreme Frost highlighter, which is very glittery, so I'm very carefully applying that to the tops of my cheekbones and my eyebrows. Very carefully, because this is like straight up glitter. And here we go. Here's the finished look. We did our tattoo liner and our Anastasia eyebrows like normal. We're gonna spritz here with the Urban Decay All-Nighter because my next place to go was the gym. And although I didn't really care if my makeup got messed up, I didn't want it to look crazy halfway through. So went ahead and sprayed that and fanned it dry. Look at that highlighter popping. That highlighter is ridiculous. I love that highlighter. Alright, and here's the Patrick Ta lip liner in You're Proud, and I didn't feel like wearing lipstick because I was going to the gym. So just to finish off the look and add a little definition to my lips, I outlined the Cupid's bow and the fullest part underneath my bottom lip and just kind of fanned that out a little bit. So here you go, here's the finished look, and hope you guys liked it. See you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe.